iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12-Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Welcome in here, race fans, to the Phoenix Raceway here in Phoenix, Arizona. It will play host to the next round here, which is round number 3 here for the Checkered Flag Auto Supply Scrambler Series here on Monday night for Red Light Racing. I'm your host up here in the virtual Turn 3 studios. My name is Roger Muth here tonight at the Phoenix Raceway. This track was opened back in 1964 under many names and many different configurations. The NASCAR Cup Series, Xfinity Series, along with the Camping World Truck Series and the ARCA West Series, along with NASCAR Mexico, have all raced here at this historic track. It plays host nowadays to the final race of the season for NASCAR's Big 3 Series. Tonight, though, this is the big series here, the Scrambler Series on Monday night, and these drivers are all here gearing up to try to lock themselves in. Only 2 drivers are safe here coming into the night, James Skelton, the One-Eyed Bandit tonight, and DJ Anderson, who I do believe is working tonight, so will not make the call to the show. Those 2 drivers are locked in, so who will win round number 3? Well, we're all about to find out together as we get ready, as qualifying will end here tonight at the Phoenix International Raceway. 100 laps is the scheduled distance here tonight for the Checkered Flag Auto Supply Scrambler Series. As I'm being told, it is time to head down trackside here tonight for our starting lineup, which is brought to us by our friends over at SimBox. You don't have a SimBox? Well, you need a SimBox. Doug Neal and his crew over at SimBox can make any custom button box you need. So make sure to hit them up over on Facebook.com at SimBoxPC. Here's your starting lineup tonight for 100 laps. Max Terra will grab the pole here tonight. Dalton Williamson will start right in P number 2. That's his best ever starting spot here on Monday night. Third position, number 24, he set quick time in our practice session for a little while. Spent a lot of time at the top of the board. That's 24 of Zach Mitchell. In the 4th starting spot, look who's back. It's the 912 entry of Eric Stout in the 6 Rings Racing, Flow Racing entry. And starting back into the 5th spot, the youngster, Chris Hammett, will start 5th. Eric Johnson in the Dirty Mo Radio, number 33, having himself a solid starting spot into the 6th spot here tonight, while Florida's own number 10 of Tim Blum will go 7th. 8th tonight will go to the number 2 of Michael Trevarthen in the Rev Esports entry. Joe Strano in car number 43. He'll start 9th. And Shanika Single piloting car number 11 here tonight. He will start back into the 10th spot. 11th spot here then, the golfer out of Ohio, number 17 of Tim Combs, and the One-Eyed Bandit, the 86 of James Skelton, will start 12th. 13th on the call then tonight. That will be the Souza Media, number 4 of Jeffrey Souza, who had a really good run last time we were here at Phoenix. Cody Strano in truck number 3 will start 14th, and there's the triple nines. That's the number 999 of Cole Day, the rookie. He'll start 15th here tonight. Turbo Dork Radical Paints number 98 of Randall Donnie in 16th. Then the Joshua Buckley number 13 MA will go 17th. Jason Wells in truck number 64 will go into the 18th starting spot. Doug Neal, the Simbox 77, will roll from there in P number 19. Starting back into the 20th spot, that will be the Rob Higgins number 40 entry here tonight, as he will start back in 20th. 21st will go to the number 38, the Beefy Motorsports entry. That's Brandon Feeney, truck number 38, starting 21st. 22nd will go to the 62 of Ethan Troutman. 23rd will go to DJ Strike Leather in car number 921. Richard Murdoch will start way back into the 24th spot here tonight. Dustin Gainey in 15th. Sorry, it's 25th in truck number 15. We're getting it right. There's Kevin O'Brien in the 184. The Aussie will start back in 26th. AJ Watkins in 27th. And Bob Higgins back in to the final starting spot here tonight. That's your starting lineup brought to us by Simbox here tonight at Phoenix. Put 100 laps on the board. Here we go to turn number 1. 4-5 wide down there through the little bit of a dog leg here tonight at Phoenix. One driver up against the boards. That's the 912 entry, the Flow Racing 6 Rings Racing entry. That's Eric Stout. Well, they have themselves a good lap. Number 1, though, will go here. Caution lights on the speedway. Caution lights all around the raceway. It looks like Kevin O'Brien. See, there is the 184 entry, and possibly does James Skelton have a little play in this one? Not sure. He's at the back of the field also. But Kevin O'Brien, the Aussie, having some problems here. Lap number 1. We're taking a look back at it. There's the 184 to the outside of the newcomer. That's the 921. Oh, Kevin O'Brien just loses it all on his own. Backs it right into the outside retaining wall. Down in turn number 4. Right on board. Cold tires tried to get back to the throttle, and it just snapped around there, and Kevin O'Brien will be the first caution flag of the evening. We told you that the 86, though, James Skelton was involved. He was not involved, as he was actually at the tail end of the line. James Skelton battling some vision problems here tonight coming into Phoenix in truck number 86, so he had elected to go to the back of the field here. So that's why you saw him way back there. He is going to try to probably roll the dice here tonight, I would assume, as you see him down on pit road. He's joined by AJ Watkins also down, and Brandon Feeney came to pit road along with Kevin O'Brien. So as you see, the trucks assembled 2 by 2 as they work right now. See if we get the producer. Yeah, there he goes. He knew exactly where I was going to trap the running order down. We know we didn't quite complete 1 lap of green flag here tonight, but that's your running order currently. There you see the 42 of Max Terra. He will restart to the inside of row number 1, still holding down the top spot here tonight. Dalton Williamson in B number 2 with Eric Stout, Zach Mitchell. They just flip-flop 3rd and 4th as the lights on the iRacing .com pace car will turn the lights out and head to pit road next time by here. All trucks are returning to the racing surface, so we still have 28 drivers out there tonight here at the Phoenix Raceway as we come past Rattlesnake Hill down in 3 and 4. And then this is what is now the new backstretch. It used to be the front straightaway here at Phoenix till we reconfigured it about 19 times till we found the configuration that NASCAR runs today here at Phoenix. Which this is now the new turns 3 and 4. So, see, I already got it messed up. Rattlesnake Hill's over in turns 1 and 2 now. Green flag back into the air. Here we go. Look at them all fan out. Use as much room as you can. race lead going to Dalton Williamson. He got a great start in the number 61, trying to lead the first lap. Max Terrell right to the back bumper. Dalton will take the lap lead, first lap of green flag competition. Here comes Max. He's going to go just a little bit farther down below that number 61 to see if he can get a run down around the inside. As they all flash underneath, Michael Trevarthen losing a couple spots. He just lost the spot there to Eric Stout, Chris Hammett. Now here comes Tim Blum. Caution lights. Caution as car number 921 of G.J. Steichleather. And the number 15 of Dustin Gainey in the Chick-fil-A Dr. Pepper entry will be the cause of the first caution. That's the first caution, or second caution flag, excuse me, second caution flag. 2 trucks involved here. Let's take a look back. See both drivers down into turns 3 and 4. Oh, they were almost 4 wide, and one of those trucks bobbled, got the rear end out from underneath them. DJ hard into the outside retaining wall. To see the front and the rear clip of that Silverado a little bit banged up. Saw the 15 of Dustin Gainey. It looked like the rear end washed out from underneath him. Wasn't much of a hole there for either of the drivers to possibly try to enter into, but they were going to give it a shot. Yeah, there you saw the bobble as we rode on board there with Dustin Gainey. Spun those 2 trucks around. So there's the 2 truck little bit of incident here to bring out the second caution flag of the evening here tonight at Phoenix. Not quite 10 laps into the books here. A couple drivers taking advantage to come to pit road. Cole Day and the 999s came to pit road. Ethan Troutman along with Bob Higgins. You see those cars all back here at the back of the field. A.J. Watkins and the Lightning McQueen number 950 entry. I must say, A.J. Watkins shows up every week, and every week he's got the Lightning McQueen Rusty's entry on every single one of his cars that we have run so far this year. So, like to see the consistency by A.J. Watkins, and, well, maybe he just really likes Lightning McQueen. That's what I'm going to think. He's got the ka-chow on the back. How about that? Lights are out on the paced car. All trucks here tonight are still on the lead lap here at Phoenix. We'll come back here, and it will be 9 laps officially completed between 2 different race leaders here. Somebody that's picked up a lot of spots already, Richard Murdoch, one of the fan favorites here on a Monday night in Truck 01. He's all the way up into the 18th spot. Green flag's up here as we come back into the restart zone. Dalton Williamson with another great start in the number 61 entry. Not fanning out as much as they did on the last restart. Right on board with the race leader, Dalton Williamson out front. Look at them stacked up 2 by 2 down the back. Straightaway they go behind him. Dalton going to sail it off. Max looked like he was able to sail it off just a little bit farther. That time into 3 and 4. Come back to complete another one here at the stripe. Joe Strano way down farther than anybody in the Road Rage Accessories, number 43 that time, trying to pick up as many spots as he can. There you see the Strano Brothers Racing Road Rage Accessories, number 43, currently sitting back into the 10th spot and trying to look for more as he looks to the inside here of the Rev Esports, number 2 of Michael Trevarthen. So Strano trying to be on the hunt here tonight. The Scooby-Doo entry going to try to make it 3 wide. Here comes Shanika single up the gut like a running back. Oh, maybe a little contact there. Had Michael Trevarthen there. Those 2 drivers, once teammates here on the iRacing.com platform here in Red Light Racing. Still carrying the branding of the Ford bow ties, or the Ford bow ties. That's almost funny. It's the Ford Blue Ovals here tonight. Yes, I laugh at my own jokes, race fans. Joe Strano well down below there once again, but now he's got the number 4 of Souza to the outside. Strano was able to make that move work a couple times. Now this time, Hines doesn't look like it's quite going to work for him. He's going to lose the spot. The Souza entry, who last time we were here was in a championship battle, was the last time he made it here with this truck, and he tried to play a little strategy, and it almost played out for him. Always one of those drivers. He's one of the only drivers that has a spotter high above here tonight, calling the shots for him virtually. As you see him currently running into the 10th position. Still got the battle between Tim Blum and Michael Trevarth in the Classic Hot Sauce number 10 of Blum. And the BK Paints number 2 of Michael Trevarth. The outside lane seems to really be working here tonight at Phoenix here in the early stages of this one. Still good on the tires. Battle for the race lead. Gotta go to Dalton Williamson at the line though. So Williamson will take that one at the line once again from Max Terriel. Terriel not going to go away, though. He has now fallen back in the single file as we head through turns 1 and 2. There's the old Rattlesnake Hill in the distance. Talked about that earlier. Some good battles, though, deeper in the field. Here's the Granny Hips Walkers and Canes number 13 of Joshua Buckley. There's the 17, the Do America USA number 17. That is Tim Combs, and Tim Combs still handing out those free golf lessons, race fans. You know who's going to take one? Richard Murdoch. Of course he is. Murdoch down to the bottom side. And if you don't follow Richard Murdoch on Snapchat, race fans, he went out with his daughter the other night, got some cereal from the local grocery store, went home and tasted it, and I don't want to spoil it. I think it's still up on Snapchat. Let's just say he was not impressed, and it was not very good. Murdoch was not a fan of the flavor that him and his daughter had gone and got. He says it was false advertising by far. Murdoch, though, up 10 spots. He started 24th. He's running into the 14th position right now. Ryan O'Donnell just out ahead of him. Close call with the outside retaining wall. I think the driver out of Canton, Michigan, just may have scraped up the Turbo Dork Radical Paints number 98. See Ryan currently picking up 4 spots here early on. He's got Joshua Buckley that's continuing to follow him up through the field here tonight. Everybody starting to single file themselves out. You see the 4 of Susie was not able to make the pass on the number 2 of Michael Trevarthen. So he has just fallen back into line here tonight at Phoenix. The 43 of Joe Strano inside the top 10 now as he knocked Tim Blum out of the top 10 running. Working lap number 19, probably looking at about 10 to 15 laps away from our possible green flag pit stops. Remember, some of these drivers are off sequence a little bit, as one driver was close to the outside wall that time out of turn number 4. That was the number 3 of Tony Strano. We see the Victory Junction gang number 3. Now locked in the battle, that's the sim box number 77 of Doug Neal. And I was talking with Doug Neal before tonight's race, messaging me back and forth. Of course, we talked about the sim box being the number 1 button box choice here for red light racing. Well, Doug Neal has a brand new button box. Called a Sim Dash for your button box needs. You have an AccuForce. He is right now, he just sent me the prototype pictures. Not able to show them to all the race fans out there tonight, but he just sent it to me and absolutely looks beautiful. And I would say it's probably one of the strongest out there on the market once that finally hits the market anyway. Still in prototype phase, but you should see it here in the next couple of weeks. See Doug Neal back here into the 19th position. That's right where that sim box started. If you had a sim box here tonight, I think a little rear brake would be dialing in to go down into 3 and 4 to get those trucks to rotate. Still out front, though, it's the man, Dalton Williamson. He's known as a short track racer, maybe with his high downforce, low horsepower truck. Might play into factor. Usually Dalton's used to running wide open on a late model or a modified. Tonight, though, it's this truck, as he'll lead another one at the stripe here, but Max Terriel and Zach Mitchell are still right there in this group. Right on board here with the DuPont number 24 of Zach Mitchell as he sits into the 3rd spot. Nice and easy out of turns number 1 and 2. Hear that Silverado really come into play, and a lot of front brakes still in this number 24 truck. See him go out there, try to use all the racetrack. He'll stay up here a little bit higher. He's a little bit of a run here on the number 42 down the front straightaway. He'll be able to get right to that quarter panel, but not going to be able to really do anything with it as he hangs right there on the quarter panel to Zach Mitchell. He'll have the preferred exit line, as now you see the 42 trying to pack a little bit of that side draft on the number 24 to pull him back a little bit even. We'll watch this battle here and see which one of these drivers are able to take the spot at the line. Give it to the 42, Max Terriot, by the splitter of that number 42. Max trying to open it up just a little bit here now. Still holding the bottom side of the speedway as the 24. It just seems like a better run out of turns 1 and 2. Just down here in 3 and 4, it seems like the inside is the way to be here tonight. Max going to check himself up that time. This time, the run out of turn number 4 will go to the number 24, Zach Mitchell. Mitchell will take over P number 2 here tonight. So it is Williamson, Mitchell, and Terriot, your top 3. Johnson and Single back there. And Sean Single was absolutely, in his words here in practice, terrible. He was terrible in practice, he said. Didn't know how to drive the truck, didn't know how to drive the car. He was missing in action last Thursday night when the short track Scrambler series for the Checkered Flag All Supply Red Light Racing Group hit the track. Battle for the race lead now has started. There's the number 24 looking to the outside of the race leader, Dalton Williamson. We've only had 2 race leaders here tonight, but could we possibly have a third? As Williamson got a little bit of out of shape that time. And that will give it. Zach Mitchell going to go to the top spot. Sideways, Max Terriot. Max Terriot will sideways entering turn number 3, and he's actually going to hold the 61 of Williamson to the outside. Seen a lot of drivers cut the dog leg. Not that time for the 42. Going to make Dalton run the way extreme outside, but the race leader at the line, Zach Mitchell in truck number 24, is now taken to the point as Eric Johnson would like to bring the Dirty Mo Radio number 33 inside the top 5 here tonight for the first time. There you see truck 33 working the outside of the speedway. We've seen it work here tonight. See the trucks that are battling right here in this group. Eric Stout, who qualified very strong here tonight, still has that Toyota up inside the top 10. He has dropped 4 spots, but he's still sitting in 8th. Having himself a good run as we're going to take it 3 wide on the front straightaway. It'll be Michael Trevarthen in that Ford way down to the inside in that neon yellow entry. Going to put the Miracle Grow number 6 of Chris Hammett there in the middle. And they got the Dirty Mo Radio 33 stuck to the outside. Maybe the outside lane. Oh, Eric Stout pounds the outside retaining wall out of turn number 2. That Toyota that was looking beautiful here tonight now has some damage to the Six Rings Racing Flow Racing entry. Making his rookie campaign and was having a stellar run here tonight. Now has damage. When you look at it, one driver has come to pit road already. He's back out onto the raceway. There is the number 4. That is Jeffrey Souza. He came to pit road. He is currently sitting 1 lap down to the race leaders. So Souza is the only driver that has already come to pit road, and he's down 1 lap currently. That's the battle. That's for the race lead. It is a half a second right now between the number 24 of Zach Mitchell and the number 42 of Max Terriot. Dalton Williamson still continue to hold that 3rd spot, but the field has really started to stretch out here as we close in on the first green flag pit stop of the evening. Ryan O'Donoghue in the Turbo Dork Radical Paints entry trying to bring his number 98 underneath the very wounded Eric Stout entry. Ryan not quite able to make it work. Stout was able to hold him through turns 3 and 4 last time. 1 and 2, he'll still be able to hold him at bay, but down this back straightaway is where Ryan O'Donoghue has the advantage. He has all 4 fenders looking pretty clean on that Ford F-150, the Turbo Dork Radical Paints entry, as that Toyota that's just out in front of him not looking very solid. It solidly hit the wall a little while ago, that is for sure. But hey, that Toyota, it's still kicking here tonight. Beautiful looking truck, though. Has the damage, but still very beautiful. Another driver coming to pit road. That does look like that is going to be... That is Eric Johnson coming to pit road. He'll drag Doug Neal along with him. Rob Higgins coming to pit road. So 3 drivers down on pit road. Tim Combs actually down there. So is Brandon Feeney. Those drivers pitted around the corner from our camera there. So everybody lining themselves up for a pit stop. How about James Skelton? We talked about him having a little bit of vision problems. He looks like a pirate. And I mean, we do call him the fisherman, and we do say he's on a boat a lot. But hey, driving with one eye and an Oculus is not an easy task here tonight for the champion. He is a champion here on Monday night, so he's trying to get through this and gain as many points as he can. There you see Eric Stout. He's falling through the field. This is the battle for the 10th position that we are currently watching. That is James Skelton taking the 10th position. Oh, granny hips! And Murdoch going to make contact. Buckley around into the outside wall. He'll collect 1, 2, 3 trucks on the straightaway, possibly more as more drivers coming in here. Richard Murdoch and Joshua Buckley making contact, bringing out the caution flag here for caution number 3, right as the green flag pit cycle was starting. A couple drivers had just come to pit road. This is really going to throw the monkey wrench inside their plans here tonight. Joshua Buckley was battling to get inside the top 10 with Richard Murdoch. Those 2 trucks came together. Let's see if we can watch this one back. You see them 3 wide just about, and see the contact there. Murdoch slowed down after the contact, thinking possibly maybe he initiated that. Look at Cole Day come to a rest there, and oh, he'll just get slight damage. Right on board. This is with Troutman. Oh, and Troutman just absolutely nowhere to go. Dustin Gainey floating around there. Let's watch from above here. Maybe this will give us a better look, and let's slow it down a little bit here on the corner exit of turn number 4. Maybe Murdoch up just the slightest bit into the door panel of the 13MA, and you see Buckley. He's going to back it into the outside wall. Dustin Gainey coming in with the Chick-fil-A entry. Got to get there before they close tonight for Dustin Gainey. And there's the 62 Ream entry. Watch Cole Day. He's going to come sliding in here in the 999s. He's already got them locked up. You see a lot of rear brake into that 99. And just trying his best to get slowed down. And a little bit of contact there to the 62. A little bit of contact there into the inside retaining wall. So that'll foil a couple of the plans that some of these drivers had as they had already come to pit road. Drivers like Tim Combs, Doug Neal, Brandon Feeney, Rob Higgins, who were all already down on pit road, along with Eric Johnson. Now they're buried in the field here tonight. Take a look as it goes back and forth here where some of these drivers are. It looks like one driver will retire here tonight. That's the Chick-fil-A, Dr. Pepper, number 15 of Dustin Gainey. He'll retire here on lap number 35. Unfortunate for him. Take a look. That is your current running order. 2 drivers down on pit road still of Joshua Buckley and DJ Steichleather. Kevin O'Brien will bring the 184 to pit road. So remember, he was the cause of the first caution flag here tonight. And now he'll come down pit road. That's right, you're reading that right, race fans. When you have the Kevin O'Brien info pulled up there, the hometown is Newcastle, New South Wales, Australia. That's right, it is about 9 a.m., 10 a.m. actually, if I'm correct, 10 a.m. down there in Australia. And he is here running with some of the drivers out of the East Coast in the United States. It's one of the greatest things about the iRacing.com platform is, well, Kevin's from across the pond, as well, he might say. And he's still able to race here on a Monday night, Monday evening with the guys. A believe we do have the lights out on the iRacing.com pace car, so that means we're already ready to go back racing here tonight at Phoenix. Closing out on halfway, we'll be 10 laps away from the halfway point here tonight in the third round of the season here for the Checkered Flag Auto Supply Scrambler Series for Red Light Racing on Monday nights. 14th season of competition here for Red Light Racing. Joshua Buckley thought it was the 10th year. It's actually only the 8th year of existence. And it's been good racing for 8 years, and we don't anticipate it ever changing here as the green flag is back out. Max Terrell will take the outside. Doesn't have to defend or block. He'll leave that to Zach Mitchell. Seeing the outside lane prevail here on these restarts. Let's see if it does it again. One driver out of shape back there. I believe that was DJ Steichleather. Got it gathered up. One driver coming to pit road, though. That was Jeffrey Souza. Souza to pit road here on the opening lap back to green. Look at Tim Blum. He had a heck of a pit stop by his virtual crew, and now he is sitting there just running into. Now trying to take that second position in the Classics Hot Sauce. Number 10, the driver out of Florida. He will do that. Now to put Zach Mitchell back to running in third, but here comes Shanika Single. Scooby-Doo's got some damage on the nose of the number 11 entry. As you see the 4 of Souza coming out of pit lane. That is an unscheduled, I believe it was a stop-and-go penalty possibly for truck number 4. That'll put now Souza off sequence by quite a bit. And the first driver, 1 lap down. One driver on the outside groove there. That's the Road Rage Accessories 43 of Joe Strano. See that 43 battling with the Norfolk Southern. Number 86 of James Skelton. Just behind them, Jason Wells and Richard Murdoch. Murdoch with that damage. The truck still looks pretty speedy here tonight. As you see the 0-1. There's the Adventure in Pixels. Trying to get around the number 64 of Jason Wells. Both drivers veterans here in the series. They've been here for a long time. Both have multiple wins with the series also. Neither of them, though, have won here at Phoenix. See if they can change that here tonight. Race leader will come by to be 45 in the books here tonight at Phoenix. Max Terrell, Tim Blum, Sean Single are your top 3 drivers, and the best battle is deep in the field still here with that 64 of Wells. Murdoch has got around him. Now Wells has Tony Strano in the Victory Junction gang. Number 3 right there. And there's the Rockstar Energy. Number 999 of Cole Day. Remember last week, Cole Day came in as a rookie. Missed round number 1, but was able to make the second race of the season. And boy, did he ever have a showing for himself. Started back to the 18th spot. Ran mid-pack all night long. And then a late race yellow came into play for... well, last week at Charlotte, and Cole Day was able to run himself all the way into second on his first ever race as a rookie here on Monday night. Don't have any stats previously for Cole Day pulled up here, so I can't tell. I think he ran 2 races about 5 seasons ago here on Monday night, but I can't seem to track those down here today. Sometimes my memory serves me right. Sometimes it completely is a fade and mistaken. What I'm not mistaken is Ryan O'Donoghue holding on to that top 10 spot from Joe Strano. There you see James Skelton out in front of this battle. Ryan O'Donoghue has won the battle over Joe Strano for the time being. Now Tony Strano, the other Strano brother. I believe this is the one that, yep, it is. Mom loves me more, Joe. That says Tony. I don't know. It's always Tony's fault, but Mom loves him more. There you see the 99, or the 999s, though, with Cole Day. Jason Wells is starting to creep back into the battle. There you see the number 4. That is Jeffrey Souza. Souza is down 1 lap, remember, to this battle. So he is not trying to battle for position. All day. It looks like he'll be able to pass there. He'll slide up in front, pack a little air on the nose of that Silverado of Tony Strano, and he'll try to drive off into the sunset now. All Day has picked up 3 spots, but your biggest mover and shaker here tonight at Phoenix. There he is, old Dick Doc, Richard Murdoch. Truck may not look as good and as straight as he would want it to be, but it's still very fast here. Looking at his lap time, still very competitive with your top 10 drivers here right now as he sits into the 11th spot of 13 spots here tonight. One driver that is down a bunch of spots here tonight, and he'd like a do-over, I would bet, is the Toyota right there, the 912 entry of Eric Stout. Hit the wall off turn number 2. Didn't bring out a caution, but really pancaked that front right fender in. As you can see, a little bit of wheel poke and a lot of crinkled up body panels here does not help on this hog back straightaway. Michael Trevarthen, he's got company though. You're watching the battle now for 5th here as Michael Trevarthen is sitting in 5th, but he's got Dalton Williamson, and we've seen Williamson really show some speed here tonight in the early portion. Two teammates on Thursday night. They're still teammates here on Monday evening. See him getting around number 62 of Ethan Troutman. Excuse me, Ethan Troutman driving the Ream 62 here tonight. He is down a lap to the race leaders. He was involved in that, and I believe a little bit of engine damage is the report that I'm getting from pit road reporters. Troutman living in Tennessee. He was just at the Bristol Raceway. He did send in a picture of our Turn 3 koozie at the racetrack. Unfortunately, I was away and from the studio and not able to post that up for him. He actually had his koozie this time. He didn't have to take a napkin and write the Turn 3 Racing Network on it. So, Ethan, thanks again for taking us to the Bristol Raceway, and hope you had a great time down there. Got to see an exciting race. I didn't even get to watch any of the highlights of the NASCAR race, but he was there to watch it in person. Right now, though, he is sitting way back into the 25th spot, 1 lap down. This is a battle now for 3rd position. Here comes the DuPont Chevrolet of Zach Mitchell. We've seen him come on late in the running. Doesn't have the short run speed, but that truck seems to come alive. Now moved to the inside by the Rev Esports number 2. Here comes Michael Trevarthen. Coming to complete lap number 56 as you see him flash across the line. Terriel Blum, single. Then it was Zach Mitchell and Michael Trevarthen. And actually, I got the pleasure of being on the same track as Michael Trevarthen there. Yeah, that's right. Trevarthen was out turning some laps with me. Some dirt modified racing last night. Michael, I commented to him, I'm like, what are you doing here? You're not on a short track. You're not on a big track, NASCAR track. You're out here running some dirt at, I believe it was Fairbury. And he said, well, I want to branch out. I want to try something different. So he was out there running dirt and doing actually very well. He actually qualified into the main event that we were running. So a very impressive run by Michael Trevarthen. He said he saw me on the speedway, but I didn't even know he was there, race fans. I just saw his name on the scoring tower. Having himself a good one here tonight. Up 2 spots, running 6 currently for the driver out of Florida. Zach Mitchell still going way down below there on the apron trying to get a run. Not able to make anything happen with it, though. Well, looking at when the leaders were last down on pit road, that was back on lap number 37. Looking like 30 laps could be the possibility, so maybe another 5 to 10 laps here. As this will be the longest green flag run of the evening if we make it that far. And then by doing the math, these drivers are going to be very close on fuel. Max Terrell still the race leader. James Skelton now trying to pick off another one here. Remember, he qualified right around the 13th position here tonight and then dropped to the back of the field having some vision problems inside his Oculus, so dropped all the way to the tail end of the field on the opening laps and has now driven back up into the 7th spot here as the field has started to stretch themselves out. He's able to pick off a truck one by one. His vision is impaired and is blurry, and it's only half the vision field of view that he would normally have. So now that he's able to pick one truck and go at it, he's doing pretty well. That's right, Doug. I don't know where you were last night. Doug Ungari out there, always tuning into the Dirt Racing Network. Usually run some dirt modified racing with myself. And Doug, you wouldn't believe it. I started on pole, led a couple laps, and then I hit the wall and went to the back, towards the back, I guess, where Michael Trevarthen was actually able to see me. Tim Combs slashing down to the inside on that number 3 entry. So Tony Strano going to lose 1, possibly 2 spots there, as there is the driver out of Georgia. The Simbox 77 entry. Those are brand new colors on that 77. We haven't seen those before, but that's a good looking hot rod for Doug Neal. Well, Doug, you weren't there last night. Somebody had to do it. Race leader coming into lap traffic. That's the number 62 of Ethan Troutman. He'll go another lap down. That'll put him 3 laps down to the race leader. That truck has just gone sour. When he came by the booth here, it sounded like a bunch of plumbers banging on pipes. That Chevrolet, that Rheem Chevrolet, just not quite up to snuff here. And nobody's come to pit road. I think we're going to see the pit road definitely open here in the next handful of laps. The floodgates are going to come in. And here at Phoenix is one of those tracks, I believe, first to pit road, and you may be able to pick up a couple spots. So as soon as these drivers are able to hit their number that they need here tonight, look for them to come to pit road. The problem is you don't want any penalties coming to pit road, because it would be the final pit stop if we go green all the way to the end. And I'm going to jinx it here, race fans, so somebody start knocking on some wood for me. Here in red light, we are phenomenal for going on very long green flag runs, as it is looking like we're at that point here tonight. Zach Mitchell down to the inside once again on Shanika single, not able to make anything happen with it. Remember, there's no out of bounds here. You can go as low as you can. Nobody out of the top 3, top 5, top 10 will come to pit road. Dalton Williamson was up at front of the field there. You see the 61 Bass Pro Shops entry. Led a handful of laps here tonight. Unfortunately, now has fallen back to 7th after that yellow flag in his pit stop. He has not been able to rebound here tonight and started to work his way to the front. He's back there running in 7th. He's got Chris Hammett right behind him. Chris Hammett and Dalton Williamson, 2 of the drivers here on Monday night that have real-world racing experience. Dalton runs a hobby stock and a late model, or Chris Hammett runs a U.S. Legends machine. I believe I also seen him that he has some go-kart experience and maybe some bandoleros. He'll probably correct me tomorrow morning on that one. Couple drivers taken this time. Now here on lap number 69 here tonight, just inside the fuel window, here comes Rob Higgins and Brandon Feeney. There's Brandon Feeney. He's another one of the drivers. We just talked about drivers that have a real-world experience. Brandon Feeney picking up, I think he's at now 6 heat race wins up in Canada this season with his late model. 1 feature event win last week, or I should say this week, got rained out, unfortunately. He was having some handling issues, but was still out there turning some laps until the rain came. More drivers, cold day. Eric Stout coming to pit road now. We're going to see 30 laps to go this time by. Here comes the 0-1 of Richard Murdoch, Joshua Buckley in the 13 MA now coming to pit road, and Doug Neal in the 77 all coming down. So as you can see, the floodgates are starting to open up. When do the race leaders come in? Not this time by. Your top 5 stays out. Actually, Zach Mitchell, he will boot, scoot, and boogie to pit road. They'll bring Chris Hammett to follow with him. One driver that is still off the sequence here tonight, that's the number 4 of Souza. Souza, remember, came down pit road at the drop of the green flag from that last caution flag, and he went a lap down immediately and just has not been able to make up the ground here tonight at Phoenix. He's running 17th, but still being scored in that one lap down position. Trevarthen, Williamson, and Joe Strano all coming to pit road, but the race leader has stayed out. There you see the number 40 of Higgins. He's trying to unlap himself right now. He is being scored 2 laps down currently to the race leader, so he would go 1 if he can get around that number 42 of Max Terrett. You see the fresher tires on that number 40. Max just going to go ahead and give him the spot. Doesn't want to battle with him too hard here. He knows he has a race lead of 1 second. His crew is relaying that to him. Skelton to pit road, and he'll bring Lightning McQueen down along with him. That's going to be A.J. Watkins in the 950 entry to pit road. It's a busy time on pit road for the final time here tonight. Here comes the race leader. He'll dive to pit road for the first time, and here comes Tim Blum also. Tim Blum going to make up a lot of time on pit road entry. Sean Single, Ryan O'Donnell now coming to pit road. So all the drivers that were inside the top 5 that time come to pit road. That'll turn things over to the alien. Jason Wells here is currently being scored as the race leader. Still has yet to pit. There's only about 4 drivers out onto the raceway that have yet to pit to make their final stop here of the evening. Wells gets credited with a lap led, and he says, now's the time to come. Comes to pit road. Tony Strano would be the next driver that still has to come to pit road, and it looks like he has a lot of wheel cranked in to go to the left here. He'll hit pit road. He'll get down to the 45 miles an hour. So as that starts to cycle through, the man, the myth, the legend, and, well, I was about to talk about him. And now he's going to come to pit road. Here comes the number 30, the checkered flag auto supply number 30. Very slow to pit road. Nice and easy for Bob Higgins. He'll come to pit road. Max Terriot should be scored as the race leader. There's Michael Trevarthen, Tim Blum, and Chris Hammett. All 4 trucks in a row here. 25 laps to go. They cycle back to the top of the leaderboard. .25 laps to go. This is how the top 10 looks. It'll be Max Terriot, Michael Trevarthen, Tim Blum, and Chris Hammett. That's your top 4 runners. Your 5th place machine just set the quickest time here this evening. That's the 86, the Bandit, James Skelton. So James Skelton now sitting into the 5th spot and running some of the fastest laps of the race. On the same tire strategy as your race leader of Max Terriot. One driver coming to pit road. We told you he was off sequence from a lot of the drivers here tonight. That's the number 4 of Souza. Souza coming to pit road here for what will be his final pit stop this evening. And it should put him back a lap down, unfortunately. Race leader of Max. Oh, caution flag. Caution flag as the alien of Jason Wells has gone around here. What happened to Jason Wells is the question. Now we're in a predicament of what we're going to see, or what are we going to see the race leaders do? Remember, a lot of those race leaders were just down on pit road just about 5 laps ago. Let's first find out what happened to Wells here. Oh, the air just got taken off the front end of that Silverado. And a very easy spin there for the 64 of Wells is what will bring the caution flag out here tonight. Watch when the 912 goes cuts right across the nose there, takes the air off that truck, and an easy spin down to the inside. You see Barney the flagman over there in the cactus turning yellow. Little cool feature here at Phoenix. So the caution lights are on. As you see, Wells, he will come to pit road. A couple drivers did take advantage here to come to pit road. Ryan O'Donnell will lead the charge for drivers that came to pit road. So it'll be O'Donnell. Or actually, no, I'm being mistaken. He did not come to pit road. So that's an incorrect fact. Drivers that did come to pit road are going to be Tim Combs, who's coming out of pit road right now, the new USA entry. So Tim Combs, Joshua Buckley, Brandon Feeney, Jason Wells, Tony Strano, Eric Stout, and Richard Murdoch have all come to pit road. And looking at it, and that 0-1 of Murdoch, who was charging through the field, if I'm looking at this right, Murdoch has been down on pit road for about a minute and a half now in the 0-1 entry. So he'll come back out. We'll see where he funnels back into line. He was sitting around the 10th position when the caution flag came out. Are you in the Ayer, Massachusetts area, race fans? Well, the Checkered Flag Auto Supply is, and you need to stop by and check them out. Rob Higgins always working the counter. You might see Joshua Buckley. You might see Rob Higgins hanging out, doing some lackey work. But the Checkered Flag Auto Supply has you covered to keep your car running smoothly and on the road. Brakes, struts, you need a gas cap, they can get you the gas cap, that is for sure. They might even have it sitting on the shelf there. Motor oil, coolant, anything you need to keep your car running cool. Hey, how about this, race fans? If you're in the Northeast, winter is coming, and it's coming fast here for a lot of us. And the Checkered Flag Auto Supply has de-icer for your car and even ice scrapers. You're going to need them this winter if you're up there in the Massachusetts area. So check out our friends over at the Checkered Flag Auto Supply, and while you're there, take a picture, send it to us. We'll put it up on the air the next time you stop by. Should get the 1-to-go marker this time by. Let's see if we can get about an 18-lap run to the finish here. Let's see, the lights on the iRacing.com safety car do go out. Taking a look at how they go back running, it'll be the 42 of Max Terrell to the outside. Then they're going to put the number 2 of Michael Swarthen to the inside. It'll be Tim Blum to the inside of row number 2 with the number 6 of Chris Hammett back there to the outside of row number 2. Then it'll be James Skelton, Sean Single, Cole Day, and Dalton Williamson. That's how they all come through the scoring loop there, so that's how they will restart. 18 laps to figure out who will win round number 3 here tonight. Barney, the flagman, as he comes into the Geico restart zone, says, right now is the time we fire him. Inside lane having a really good start once again. Michael Trevarthen ahead just by a little bit, but Max Terriot goes in even farther. Big pile up down here into the corner. Big pile up, Brandon Feeney around. Rob Higgins involved. There you see the number 40 of the Busch Light. Checkered Flag Auto Supply, number 40. Smoke bellowing out the back. Zach Mitchell, who is inside the top 5 for the majority of tonight's race, now has smoke bellowing out the back of the DuPont number 24. Brandon Feeney, as he goes by on the outside, also has smoke bellowing out of the Liquid Moly entry. The Auto Tire and Safeties entry. Not good for Brandon Feeney here tonight. Gonna have to look a couple times, I think, at this one to see exactly. Oh, Brandon Feeney into the back of Zach Mitchell. Rob Higgins, and actually Jeffrey Souza also involved. Watch the 38 here. He's going to get a run down the front straightaway. Oh, it's actually Doug Neal in the Simbox entry. Got to apologize to Feeney there. That was actually the 77 of Doug Neal. Just into the quarter panel there, the number 24 of Zach Mitchell. Right on board with Brandon Feeney. This is what he saw. Slight contact, and it's 24 just gets upset and into the outside wall. Feeney and everybody else behind him, unfortunately, getting wrapped up in it. Rob Higgins, just an innocent bystander. He was down to the bottom trying to mind his own business. Surprised that camera still works on the bumper. Watch it here, they were 3 wide. 3 wide, ran out of room. Souza with hard impact there also in truck number 4. So some of those drivers played a little bit of strategy and had come to pit road, like the number 24 of Zach Mitchell, who had put him back there deep into the field. We'll see if we can dial up the number 24 here. I believe he is walking out of the infield care center. Let's see if we can grab him here tonight. Zach Mitchell, you got a copy with us?
I do, sir.
Well, Zach, it looks like an unfortunate end to your night here tonight at Phoenix after having such a strong truck running inside the top 5 here tonight. What was the call that put you guys back deeper into the field?
I think that first set of pit stops on lap like 35 or something, Max beat me out of the pits, and I didn't have the preferred lane, and I got back into 4th, and you can't pass here. So I got stuck in the back, and then I spun coming out of the pits after the green flag stop, and then it just all unrambled from there. And then I was basically the cause of that wreck. I didn't know we were 3 wide. My spotter said just 2 wide, so I just assumed that it was 2 wide. So I just turned in like I was the outside car, and I cut the 77 off and caused a big one.
So tonight, unfortunately, you're going to wind up on the hook. So unfortunate for Zach Mitchell here tonight, as his night will end and he will be scored back into the 26th position. That, of course, is unofficial here tonight because, well, we're not quite done racing. His night may be over, but some of those drivers that are behind him might be able to pick up a little bit of room. So Zach Mitchell getting wrapped up in a big one here tonight at Phoenix. Lights are out on the pace car, though. We'll go back racing. It'll be 13 laps to go here tonight in round number 3 for the Checkered Flag Auto Supply Scrambler Series here on Monday night for Red Light Racing. It'll be Max Terriel, Michael Trevarthen, Tim Blum, Chris Hammett, Sean Single, your top 5. As they come back here into the restart, officially 13 laps to go here tonight at Phoenix. Round number 3 will be decided here in just a couple of laps. Green flag back into the air, and watch that number 2 dive down to the inside. Caution lights immediately coming on here. Eric Johnson in the Dirty Mo Radio number 33 going directly around. That's the cause of the 6th caution flag here tonight. What happened to Johnson here? Did he just wheel spin and the truck goes around? Oh, a big stack up there. It looked like Dalton Williamson may have missed a shift. And Eric Johnson, nowhere to go. Right on board here. Let's listen. That's what it was. Dalton Williamson hung up in between gears, missing a shift. Oh, the 64 of Wells also going to spin that car around. Wonder how many times we've said car here tonight when it's been a truck. Watch those 3 cars, the 61, the 98, and the 33 cars. Oh, it actually even started by Chris Hammett. I think Chris Hammett had some problems, and then Williamson had some problems also. Watch that number 6 machine. Second car to the inside. Oh, he doesn't get going, gets a bump. Definitely stacks that inside lane up. So multiple little issues there to bring that caution flag out. Big accordion. Oh, Buckley getting some nose damage also. And Eric Stout nowhere to go. He got slapped on the side. Chaos Kasuing. So it'll be under 10 laps to go here tonight. What do you say we dial up the second place truck here and see what he's thinking with a late race restart? Michael Trevarthen, how about it, Mr. Wiggle? You got a copy?
Brother? Yeah, what's up?
Well, late in this race, what are you going to do to get this Rev Esports group up into the front?
I honestly don't think we have anything for Max there. Both of those long runs, we could stay right there, and then right towards the end, it just took off. So I think Max has got the truck to beat tonight, but we'll give her hell.
Well, normally a short track racer here as of late, trying to wiggle your toes into the dirt side and doing pretty darn good here tonight. Try and keep the 4 fenders on that. Well, it's a Ford, so I guess you can do the best you can.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Roger.
They heard it. Doesn't think he has a shot, but he will certainly give her all she's got, Captain. Michael Trevarthen not going to roll over and say, this is your win, but certainly has his work cut out for him here tonight. The lights are out. That means the next time we come back around here, we'll try it once again to give it a restart. We've had 2 caution flags back-to-back here at Phoenix. Max Terrell, Michael Trevarthen, Tim Plum, James Skelton now has the outside. Chris Hammett, Cole Day, Shanika Single, Joe Strano, Dalton Williamson, and Tim Combs is how they're all looking to be lined up. iRacing.com pace car takes it to the infield. It'll be 8 laps to go here when we go back racing after this very long crawl. I don't know what crawl is more, well, what crawl is longer? The one here at Phoenix now or the one at Talladega? Back into the restart zone. Barney has the flag in his hand. He'll be the one to tell us it's ready to go. Green flag back in the air. Look at him fan out. 1, 2 trucks into the outside retaining wall. The 950 of A.J. Watkins, and I believe that was the 184 Kevin O'Brien that made some very hard contact. Look at them as they come in. It is all Max Terrell out front. There he goes. So it's Terrell, Trevarthen, and then the scuffle. Into the 10 of Tim Blum trying to hold off James Skelton and Sean Single for the final podium spot here tonight. The 86 of Skelton using the outside lane. Sean Single had a good entry, but I really had to hit the hooks there to stay out of that Toyota. It's a Chevrolet, it's a Ford, Chevrolet, Toyota, top 4. That's how they are running. So all 3 manufacturers inside the top 5. Almost a little contact there from the number 10 of Blum. Blum going to lose the spot now. James Skelton. Here comes now the 11 of Shanika Single. Single working the outside. It'll be 5 fingers in the air this time. 5 laps to go. A little contact there. There you see the damage now on the 11. Sean Single in car number 11 making contact with the 10 machine down low. Single going to ride it high through turns 1 and 2. He'll get right onto the quarter panel. 1 truck going hard into the outside wall. That's the 43 of Joe Strano. Oh! Higgins nowhere to go, along with, looks like the 17 of Tim Combs. This will take us into overtime here tonight. Race fans, 100 laps was the scheduled distance. We will exceed that by a little bit here tonight to get this one in the books. 7th caution flag of the evening. Joe Strano was the one that in the 43 that went for a wild ride, backed that truck into the outside wall. Look at him, 3 wide. Richard Murdoch down to the inside Oh, Murdoch up into the 17 of Combs, and Joe Strano, who's minding his own business, just like, oh boy, hang on to her. Right on board here. This is from Eric Stout. Thought he was gonna miss it, and then unfortunately, not quite able to get it clear. Tim Combs in the middle here, watch him. Murdoch up the track ever so slightly into Combs. Combs knew he was in trouble. He lifted out of the throttle. It was way too late, though. Joe Strano just on the outside. And Joshua Buckley comes screaming on through there. I think the tennis balls may have flown into the stands again for Buckley. Right on board with Joe Strano here and see how hard it was for him. Backed it in. Oh. Got tagged again. He's able to grab a gear, but you can tell that truck is not going to be running right the rest of the way. Back end shortened up on the Road Rage Accessories, number 43. Tim Combs, to see the Do USA entry, has some damage on him. So a handful of trucks involved, taking us now into red light racing overtime here tonight at Phoenix. Not quite ready to go back racing just yet. A bunch of drivers down on pit road. And I'm trying to look. I think, was it Souza that was in the lucky dog spot? I'm trying to figure that one out here for your race fans, because he's been a lap down for the majority of this race. As I do believe he will be scored onto the lead lap here. See the number 4 sitting in his pit stall down there. He will actually try to beat the pace car off pit road. Joe Strano still sitting down on pit road in his number 43. His night may be done here tonight at Phoenix. Lights are out, or ready to give it another shot. This time, though, to be overtime. Attempt number 1 here tonight at Phoenix. Max Terrell, he has started on the outside row every time. He will take it to the outside once again. He's a wily veteran with the series. And Michael Trevarthen, he's been here for quite a few years now. We'll call it years here as seasons. He doesn't quite have the experience that 42 does, but he has the knowledge. Then you have Tim Blum back there. He has plenty of years. And then you have a multiple-time champion, and James Skelton starting back there in row number 2 to the inside. Shanika Singles right there. Chris Hammett, Cole Day, and Dalton Williamson. A lot of talent here at the front of the field tonight, ready to go back racing. It'll be just 2 laps to go here when we go back racing, so throw the old popsicle sticks up with the green flag. We're ready to go racing here at Phoenix again. And a great start to the inside there for the number 2 of Michael Trevarthen. Look at him down into the corner. Oh, James Skelton into the back of the number 2. That's going to force the 2 up the track a little bit. Oh, Max Terrell going to find the outside wall. Unfortunate for the race leader, Max Terrell. Going to go for a hard, wild ride into the outside retaining wall here on the first green-white checker attempt in turn number 1. I think that all started from the 86. We'll watch it back here. Watch the 86 give the 2 a shot going in the corner. And that truck just starts to drift up the speedway. And then Max hard into the wall. Nobody else going to get involved in that, but it's definitely the 42 that's going to get the short end of the stick on that. There's the bump. Max not going to be happy. The opening first handful of rounds, he's been good. He just hasn't been able to park it in victory lane. Finished second at Bristol to open up the season. Didn't force the envelope there for a win, and then he finished 7th. Those are 2 tracks that you would have thought he was able to pick up 2 wins to open up the season. Just not going to be in the cards here tonight. So with that being the 8th caution flag, we told you were going to get some extra laps here tonight. Well, now we're going to extend it even farther. There's the 62. Troutman will get a lap back, and we told you that Jeffrey Souza was the driver that did pick up the lucky dog. So Souza is back on the lead lap here tonight. There's the driver of the number 4 Triad Racing entry here tonight. Not having the night he thought he was going to have coming in. Now he has a chance to pick up a couple spots here late in this one. What about A.J. Watkins? We saw him make some heavy contact with the 184 Kevin O'Brien. He ka-chowed his way through, and now A.J. Watkins is actually up 16 spots here, running in 11th. So he is tied with one other driver out there tonight that has picked up 16 spots, and that's Richard Murdoch. There you see the 0-1 of Richard Murdoch. He will restart into the 8th position, while Watkins will start back into the 11th spot here tonight. But we're not over. Take a look. That is the running order on the left-hand side of the screen. So it will be Michael Trevarthen, Tim Plum, James Skelton here to try and figure this one out. This will be overtime attempt number 2 when we do go back racing. Still have 23 trucks out onto the raceway. Zach Mitchell, DJ Stikelether, Dustin Gainey, Jason Wells, and Joe Strano all off the racetrack here tonight. They are done here tonight at Phoenix. They will head to our next event next week. That will be held at the Texas Motor Speedway, the Turbo Dork 135 at Texas. We'll throw the lights on once again, and they say everything's bigger in Texas. Well, we're about to find out. We get the Xfinity cars out for the 2nd time this season. We ran them just over at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Now we're going to run them down at Texas. First, we got to finish things off here in the Phoenix Desert. As you see, the lights on the iRacing.com pace car are off. So that means we're giving another go to our 2nd attempt. So we do have 2. Well, we have 3, so it's the 2nd attempt out of 3. That's what we're trying to get across. Pace car down off the racing surface. That's the slow, long crawl to the start-finish line. So it'll be Trevarthen to the outside, Tim Plum to the inside. James Skelton there in the 3rd spot. Sean Single in 4th. Then it'll be Chris Hammett, Cole Day, Dalton Williamson, Richard Murdoch, Eric Johnson, and Tony Strano rounding out the top 10 here. Green flag up and a good start by the inside. A little slower start for Michael Trevarthen. He's got to get on the horse if he wants to get back to that number 10 entry. Here comes the 86. James Skelton going to go from the bottom side to the outside. He's going to cut off number 11, Sean Single. Here comes Chris Hammett. Hammett going to try and fight now for all he's got. Well, at the white flag, it is be the number 2 of Michael Trevarthen out front here. Let's see if we get back. This race will end here on lap 107. First one back to the stripe now will be the winner. Trevarthen edging ahead of the 10. Here comes now the 86. James Skelton trying to go to the outside. He'll drive it in, couple truck lengths deep, but it'll be Michael Trevarthen coming across the line first here tonight in Phoenix. It'll be Trevarthen, it'll be Blum, Skelton, Hammett, Single, Day, Williamson, Murdoch, Tony Strano, Eric Johnson, and how about Bob Higgins back into the 11th spot. Ryan O'Donoghue in 12th, Jeffrey Souza in 13th, so he picks up a few spots here. A.J. Watkins, Joshua Buckley, Doug Neal, Tim Combs, Max Terrill, Eric Stout, and Rob Higgins, your top 20. There's your winner. driver out of Florida, driving the Rev Esports entry. Oh, how the tides turned here tonight for the number 10 of Michael Trevarthen. He'll do the donuts here tonight. Don't need that truck, that motor, those tires no more here tonight, so he'll burn them down. As he burns them down, we'll take a step away for a moment here tonight at Phoenix. We'll be back with your post-race interviews after this.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Welcome back here to the Phoenix Raceway here tonight in the desert. The lights came on, the stars went on to the raceway, and we even gave you 8 extra laps, technically, if you count the cool-down lap here tonight for these drivers, to find out who was going to win here tonight at Phoenix. And we have officially caught up with your winner here tonight. He's down in victory lane. How about it, Michael Trevarthen? We talked to you earlier. You said you weren't sure if you had anything, and then, well, the floodgates opened up at the end of this one.
Yeah, I hate to win it like that. Like I said, Max definitely had the car to beat tonight, but it looks like I was shoved up a lane and got into the side of him there. Hated for Max, definitely had the car to beat. But like I said, we kept ourselves in a conversation most of the evening, and things just fell our way there towards the end.
So now with this win, it officially will lock you in. You won't have to worry about the rest of the regular season. How does it feel to know you have that monkey at least off your back?
Yeah, it's nice to be able to go ahead and lock yourself in early. We still want to try to stay consistent, click off our top 3s, top 5s, stay in the conversation so when chase time comes around that we're prepared and ready.
So now you have all this time. We do head to Texas, Myrtle Beach, Darlington, Pocono, Sonoma, Kansas, and Atlanta for the rest of the regular season. Now you're trophy hunting. Where do you think you can go get another one?
Oh, we're pretty good at the road course, definitely the short tracks. I struggle a little bit on the 1.5 and your larger tracks. So, like I said, we'll definitely have to put in a little bit more work on our speedway cars. But the short track package and road course, I definitely look forward to those.
Well, this truck looked pretty stout and strong here tonight. You will pick up the big win. The red carpet will roll out. We'll hand you the microphone to see who's back home at the shop that makes this all possible.
Yeah, first and foremost, I want to thank you in the booth there, Roger, Turn 3 Racing Network. Whether it's this league, whether it's others, I enjoy watching your broadcast. And thanks for all you do for Red Light and our group of guys here. Hats off to the drivers, man. Felt like we had a really good race tonight. Couple couple back cautions back there. Really wish it would have went a little more green flag, but hats off to the guys. Pretty tight quarter racing. A lot of give and take up front. A lot of fun. So hats off to the drivers. Rev Esports, Dalton. I believe we have a new member, Joshua Buckley. Are we allowed to say that?
I don't know if we're allowed to say that yet.
Oh, my teammate with Rev Esports, Dalton Williamson, for all the laps and the work we put in for these races. Give a shout out to Rob and Bob Higgins with Checkered Flag Auto Supply, BK Paints on the side of the car, Platinum RV, McConey Setup Shop. Hope I'm not missing anybody, man. Give a shout out to the family.
There it is. He nailed them. All of them, race fans. There's your winner here tonight. Michael Trevarthen will pick up the big W, sitting back into the second position. Doesn't look like we have a line of communication with him. That will be the Classics Hot Sauce driver out of Florida here tonight. The number 10 of Tim Blum picking up 5 spots. He didn't lead any laps here tonight, but he was there at the end. The driver who drove tonight at a little bit of a disadvantage, the 86 of James Skelton, he'll finish in P number 3, so a very solid finish for the driver out of South Carolina as he looks to rebound from a little bit of an injury for next week. That's your top 3 unofficial here tonight at the Phoenix Raceway. It took a little bit of overtime to get to where we are here, but we finally put this one in the books. Next week, we head to Texas. Next time we head to the racetrack, we'll bring the old NASCAR Xfinity cars. I call them the old machines, but they're what we drive today, what we see on Saturdays. It'll be the Texas Motor Speedway for the Turbo Dork 135, so that's going to be colorful, that is for sure, next week. But hey, race fans, for all of us here with the Checkered Flag Auto Supply, everybody with Red Light Racing, and all of us behind the scenes here at the Turn 3 Racing Network, we hope you enjoyed tonight's show here from the Phoenix Raceway. Michael Trevarthen picks up the win, and until we see you next time, which could be Thursday when the Checkered Flag Auto Supply Short Track Series heads to the Raceway, we hope everybody stays safe, and we'll see you in Turn 3.